Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel is my mate Fox and the legend that is Bridgeman. How are we doing, Bridge?
Oh, can I say a big good evening to you and Foxy? Huge good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. And I'm doing brilliant, pal. Brilliant. Very happy with our result. Yeah.
Aye, you take 1-0, you accept 3-1. How are you doing, Mr. Fox?
Good evening.
How we doing? I think it's going to be a wee busy show, mate. I think people mixed views for yesterday. Obviously, a lot of speculation about good stuff happening at the club. Don't want to comment, but just follow them on it. Bridgeman, do you've had time to reflect?
Well, I thought that I'm over the moon with the result. That's us. We're level again, points again. You know? There's a couple of goals in it. That's all there is between us. And I thought a great goal. Ryan Jack's good goal. And then Ryan Kent's absolutely fabulous goal for to go 2-1. And Ryan Kent again for the third. And in between that, interspersed with that, was a few screw-ups by us. We seemed to... Well, I felt once they scored, when we let them score that goal, our confidence went a wee bit. Took us a wee while to get back into it. But I think one of the stats...
I can't agree with you there, because after 14 minutes, for the next 31, 32, 33 minutes, it was one-way traffic.
Oh, yes, I'm not meaning we were crap. I just mean I thought our confidence went. Otherwise, we would have went out there and perhaps I think we would have pounded them. But I think I heard a stat, I think Jimmy was telling us that was something like, was it 17 shots on goal or something like that?
It was a proverbial game of two halves, folks.
Yeah.
Where we played pretty decent first half, not brilliant, but pretty decent. Shoots, situations round about the box. And in the second half, I don't know if it's due to tiredness, legginess. It just stopped playing, Fox, for me.
I've got to agree with your summation of the game. First game back after the useless international break, and we played well in the first half, and as you say, faded away in the second half. But the main thing was we got the 3 points, and that was the whole objective for the afternoon.
Look, I don't know. I was listening to, what do you call them? BT, and there's 4 people on there talking about the game. And I think to myself, you know, there's 4 people on there and there's not one of them get anything good to say about Rangers. Not one of them. And every one of them, and I'm talking about, I think Alec Gray was on it as well. And I think they were all supporting Hamilton, because it was utterly shocking to listen to in the second half. Oh, they wanted Hamilton to win. That's all they wanted to do. I'm grumping again. I don't mean to be. I was just delighted when we got our 3 points. I'm just delighted.
I think yesterday there was cause for criticism in the second half. We stopped passing the ball. We stopped moving. I'll say a few people off forum. We debated Arfield before the show. He was non-existent. I don't know if we could blame Jermaine Defoe because we couldn't get the bottom. We never made chances. Ryan Kent always looked a threat, but didn't get much of the ball second half. Kamara and Aribo, there was one move, I think, in the whole second half. They were okay in the first half, but non-existent in the second. Ryan Jack, who was maybe an 8 or a 9 out of 10 in the first half, we get the goal. Even him in the second half, his game was quieter. And Tavin Barisic, all right, going forward yesterday. No brilliant, but okay. But defensively at times, I don't know if it's a pitch or they just had a bad game. The 2 centre-halves, their performance up for me yesterday was right after we scored. Golson switched off and left the boy. He should have scored to make it 1 each right the first minute after we scored, Fox.
Yeah,
so there was a lot of cause for concerns, but we won 3-1, Fox.
Well, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Most people would have took a 1-0 win, didn't matter how we got it, as long as we won. And 3-1 looks a lot more comfortable than the game actually showed for me. When our midfield doesn't work, mate, the team just doesn't play. And it worked reasonably well in the first half and fell out the game in the second half, failed to win second balls. And once that does, the team just, I don't know what happens, Ox, is as though everybody just forgets what their job is. And we were under pressure for about 20 minutes in the second half, but we survived that. And we went on to score a late goal as well. So, all in all, I'm not complaining. Yesterday I did, but today I'm much more happier today.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch that again, Fox?
No. It wasn't that type of game. I watched the goal a few times, Ryan Kent goal a few times,
Watch a goal, mate. At any level, a good goal. Bridgeman?
I watched it again, and I watched it. I started to watch the highlights as well. There was a wee highlights on BT, and I watched that. And I'm not being funny when I say it. We could have been 5 or 6-0 up half time easily, and it wouldn't have been embarrassed. We were miles and miles better than them, and that's the truth. Miles and miles better. I just think we're finishing. Their goalkeeper had a good game, as I said earlier, but really we should have been able to find our centre forward and let him get a chance at the goal. These kind of things. We were taking a lot of shots, basically from outside. We're crossing, no bad crosses in, but they're putting nice high balls to the back post, and I'm afraid Defoe's standing in the middle, so he's not going to get it, you know. But I think in the second half, I think Tavernier just fell out of the game completely, and you're right about our centre halves started to fail a bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that wasn't the worst performance we've seen, but the second half cause for concern, but 3-1 victory, we move on. If you think back to last season, we went there and we won 4-1, and we struggled as well. So I don't know if it's down to the surface, or are we due to give credit to the opposition, Fox?
A wee bit of credit to Hamilton. They didn't sit in with 10 men behind the ball in the second half to come out and try to get back into the game. But eventually we just overran them, mate, and won 3-1. It's just one of the games we've played better and maybe not got the results last season. This time we played kind of 50-50 of our potential, but we got the result, and that's what really matters.
You know, one of the things that bothers me when you listen to the pundits speaking, they speak about Rangers in the second term, you know, in the sense that Rangers are only trying to catch up with Celtic. You know, that's that basically.
You listen to the pundits, mate.
No, I'm talking about when you listen to the game. When you listen, it's blatant. You need to listen to what they're saying. That's the way they say this. All the way they speak as if all Rangers need to win this, and Rangers are trying to catch Celtic. And you're like, wait a minute, we're playing Hamilton in the Scottish Premiership game, so let's go on with it and win. Never mind this nonsense trying to tag Celtic to everything about Rangers. I hate them when they talk like that. So again, once again, sorry for the grumpiness.
Yeah, right. Any merit, and we'll just strap you, right? Anyway, if people want to join us, what's the number, Fox?
The number is 0141 356 1972. And if you're phoning in, let it ring, and we'll eventually call you back. Well, no, eventually, as quickly as we can.
At no cost, Fox?
At no cost, of course.
All right. Something so people know. Where else can they join us, Bridge?
They can join us in Skype at rangersradio.online, and if they're lucky enough, Old School Blue will bring them in and look after them, and enjoy yourself.
I bet you all bear phones in when we're saying it's free. What do you think?
That's a good shout, by the way. That's a good shout.
He'll be sitting with a message saying, I've got a phone and it's free. You know,
it's always been free.
I know, but it's just confirming it.
Aye,
makes it feel better, Fox, you know? Yeah?
Aye, okay.
All right. All right, well, right away, we'll be joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Evening, Oxshire. Evening, Bridgeman. Evening, Fox. How are you all doing tonight, my friends?
Not too
Doing
bad.
fine, Jimmy.
Not too
How
bad.
you keeping? You've not been about for a couple of weeks?
No.
A couple of days?
I was talking to Bridgeman there, just one of the times in your life. I just start, everything I get, lays me out. So I'm 7 weeks down the line and still taking me silly calls and ever, but I'm hoping fit for Sunday for the game against the Jam Tarts. But aye, thanks, Fox. I'm getting there, mate. I'm not as wheezy as I was, but I was on last Wednesday. It was my last time I won, but Still listen to you guys and that keep me going. So great show, this, isn't it? Brilliant show. Listen to it in my sick bed.
Well, that's another box that could be TikTok's, Chair. Another box ticked.
What's
right?
that?
And well, for the games and running up to the end of the year.
We were talking about JFK's box.
Oh no, JFK. Well, we're sorry, JFK wasn't too well, and it's really nice to hear him. Really nice to hear his voice.
Okay, so was I thought what's happening here. Can I give my wee thoughts on the game yesterday, guys?
Wait, we've not heard from you.
There's not much I can add to it. Obviously, what you guys said, it's all proverbial, as you said. Oxy, our game of two halves. I was talking to Bridgeman off air, and that means 17 attempts in goal, first half, second half 2. But yeah, I don't know how we can explain it. I don't think we can. No, we just seem to go to sleep at times in the first half. We scored in the 7th minute, and then we're cruising, and then they got a chance no long after that, and we just fell out of it. With umpteen chances, and we should have been in at half time, 4 or 5, nothing up, easy. Who can we blame for equaliser? There's a lot of combination, a lot of things. What was Barisic's doing? He looked as if
I don't know what he was doing, mate. I think he was trying to score for the.
I don't know if it was maybe somebody
It's-
shouted him in the stand and he was running to get something off him. He was right out of position.
Instead of first and foremost defending the goal, it was
Aye.
defending.
But look, on different forums tonight and on I suppose on Snyder and other night. I mean, Tavernier's going to get it in the neck, and I don't see any reason why he should. I mean, we know that. I mean, his defensive work sometimes isn't the best. Going forward, I don't think there's anybody at Ibrox that can beat him at that. And I've been one of the biggest critics of Tavernier, and my friend Fox kind of converted me. So I don't think he should shoulder all the blame. It was just a lacklustre performance. People are saying
all the blame for a 3-1-1.
no, but that's what I'm saying. No, at the end of the day, Oxer, we're still there, 3 goals behind the PDs. So it's a job well done. And the fact is, I think it was Fox that says we've played better than that and come away with nothing. So these are the types of games that win as championships. So anybody who wants to criticise the players, that's fine, but don't be going overboard here. And but for whatever reason, after the rubbish international break, we don't perform for that first game, and then after that we pick it up. I don't know why, but the gaffer did say, was asked a question after the game, do you think it was the international break that contributed to
He'll not accept that.
Well, what he actually said, if you listen to it, he says, but actual better players on the part today were the international players who were away in international duty. And if you go back and listen to it, if you probably got it on for us later on, that's exactly what he said. He's no blaming anybody for anything. The international players was he best. But only criticism of the whole thing was that I thought Jermaine Defoe wasn't getting any luck at all. And I know Alfredo didn't come back to 6, 7 o'clock the night before the game. But I thought the game was crying out for Alfredo second half. I thought it was silly to bring him on for 8 minutes. And saying that, his wee assist to Ryan Kent was absolutely brilliant. But I thought we could have maybe brought him on at least half an hour to go to try and up the tempo a bit for us and let him try and maybe ruffle a few of them up. But I'm not criticising the team in any way apart from that they need to just get their act together at times, and think about what they're doing. Scott Arfield had a very, very poor game for me for the time he was on the park.
He's become an enigma. Anyway, we've also been joined by Albert.
Oh, it's free.
It's free.
Morning, lads.
Oh,
Sorry,
Albert,
Albert.
you're unpredictable.
More than yourself.
No, she heard it was free, so she says to me, "You can go in the night. It's free." Aye, I'm good. How are you?
Aye, you usually watch the game back.
I did, mate. I did.
Did you?
And I'll tell you what happened in the second half. I found it out.
Right.
Second half, the Hamilton just bypassed the midfield. Just started booting big long balls up the park and hoping for a lucky bounce, ricochet or whatever. and it worked. And it works all the time on the parts. That's what happened last season. We could never handle it, and it happened in the second half yesterday. Apart from that, we didn't play that bad as I thought we did in the second half. We didn't play good, I'm not saying that, but we didn't play that bad when you see it for a second time. But they just booted the ball up the park, into the corners, into the channels. And that's the problem with us. We can't handle that. We just can't handle it. That's what my, Livingston Day is as well. They just feed the channels with stupid big battle rams, and we really struggle to handle it. For some odd reason, I don't know why.
If I was setting a team up to play against Rangers and I knew they were the underdogs, I would be saying that, look, you get a chance, somebody up front, peel to the inside left, inside right channels and play the balls down their positions, because we know that our fullbacks are going to go forward.
Yep.
And that's what I would do, and that's what I think they tried to do at times yesterday.
I will see Kamara and Aribo are supposed to fill in and to cover the fullback positions when they're up that park. I mean, to me, Aribo's getting caught. So is Kamara. They're getting caught in no man's land. They don't know whether to go forward or go back. They don't know where they've actually be, and that causes a problem now. Especially if you watch Barisic, especially with Croatia, he very rarely defends. He's always right up the park, and it's the midfielder that's pulling in behind them if they break, if the opposition break on them. But we don't seem to be doing that at the moment. Yet when we do it, we're some outfit, we're some team to watch when we get it right. But again, you've got to give Hamilton a bit of credit. I mean, they understand it. If they try to play fit one of the midfielders, we're just going to destroy them. But if you bypass it, and that Lennon done it as well, they just bypass the midfield and hit the forwards. All of a sudden, you're struggling. Rangers are struggling. That's a concern. We need to find a solution to that immediately during the game, rather than analyse it after the game. It needs to be. We need to get a solution for it.
Yeah, can I come in on that, Alex?
Yeah, there you go, mate.
I was just going to say that. Number one, we mustn't let the ball bounce anywhere near our area, because you can't gauge what's going to happen, and you could end up in a lot of trouble, and we ended up in a lot of trouble yesterday. And a lot of the time was we're waiting that we end up pulling ourselves back from the central defences, go back, and you're right on your edge of your area, and the ball bounces in front of you, and God knows where it could go, and that causes major problems. Or it's a big high ball right over the top of you, and we can't get back fast enough to charge forward to get the ball. And it's good play by other teams, and we've struggled with that for the last few seasons, and we'll continue to struggle. And in my opinion, until we get the next level of players. Some of the players we've got can read the game properly and do the business. But when you're playing in pitches like that, we need to play slightly differently, and the manager needs to come up with a bit better solution. But other than that, for me, Butter being reminded is all on the footsies. Remember, the smashing shot from Ryan Kent hit the post, and we were also denied a penalty. And that would have been an entirely different game.
He's right, but that's what the man. If Stevie G, who obviously phones me every Monday to see how I think the game went, if Stevie G was on here, GFK, be saying, look, we put the ball in the net in the first half. Mm-hmm. The game would have either petered out in the second, or we'd have went from strength to strength. We've got to, for getting in these situations, wasn't Defoe's fault. We were making the wrong decision to make the chances such, GFK.
You're 100% right with that. I mean, some of the football we play was nice to watch. Chris Passing was there.
Jack was excellent.
The two Ryans were the best men in the park, But at the end of the day, I mean, we can be critical all we want, but we come away there with a 3-1 result on the carpet balls pitch rubbish. So for me, it's a good win. It's not the result. It's not the performance we want. But I keep saying what Fox said there. We've played better than that and lost. It can maybe be a rotten draw. And so for me, I think it'll be rectified. For some reason, I say it seems to happen after every international break. The first game we don't seem to perform, and it happened again. But we come away with a win, and a deserved win. There's no as if it was a scrape. We deserved the win, and some people are saying. I did watch the highlight show, and they're saying that basically the 3-1 kind of flattered us, that they felt one time that they deserved maybe a draw out the game. Aye, so they did. No chance did they deserve anything apart from getting beat. So I'm happy with the 3 points, the same as all the other Bears. And it's on to the Feyenoord game, which we'll obviously talk about the next couple of nights and Thursday night. So, no, for me, I think the gaffer will get it right. And you tell him when he phones you tomorrow that just to not to be getting his cell into a panic, all right?
Only after matches, Jimmy, not every morning.
Oh, okay then.
But I think we've got to watch all there. It's one ticked half, an away game ticked half, plastic pitch ticked half, and a victory ticked half. We've got to put it into context.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I mean, there's nothing really to get downhearted with saying, oh, well, this, that, the next time we'll know this, or we'll know this, or we'll know that. It's important that we go to the victory, and I told you before, and we're all agreeing on it. Winning football is everything. I don't really care about the performances. I'd love to just to play brilliant, great, smooth, attractive football and get the victory. Of course we would. We'd all like that. But the reality of life up in Scotland is, in football in general, is you don't get away with that. You've got to dig the dirty results out. And yesterday was just a dirty result. We had to dig it out and get the 3 points. And from my point of view and the way I'm thinking, I'm going 10 out of 10, guys. That's what you piped today, and that's what you went out and done. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't nice, no, it wasn't. But we got the 3 points. Job done. Move on.
Albert, is it not true that that mob across the city went there this season and won 1-0?
I don't know, mate. I don't know anything about that.
I don't follow it either.
I don't even tell them my real name, by the way. I don't know nothing about them.
No, I'm just meaning, I think, from a results perspective.
That's correct, Bridge.
Yeah. So a 3-1 victory versus a 1-0 victory is a wee bit better, I think.
The big thing for us, it's another away game, plastic pitch. That's
another box ticked, another box ticked.
And we move on, and that'll no win us or loses any competitions, but it's another game put to bed, GFK.
Of course it is. That's what I said. You know, it's a victory, and it's a victory that, as you say, it's another one away game ticked off. We've got all these big games coming up to the turn of the year, and that's us get that one out the road. So we've got to look forward. You know, I'm happy with what happened yesterday, and the fact is that we came away with a win. You know, the performance wasn't great the second half, but if it was a 10-21, would have been at the half time we'd have shut their stadium down. But we just couldn't put the ball in the net with the shooting boots weren't there. Shame for Jermaine Defoe. He wasn't getting the service that he deserved, and maybe that's when the gaffer should have changed it. But he kept the personnel on, done the job. 2 cracking goals with Ryan Kent. I'm happy. I'm not all bad. I watched it in Bridge. I watched it today again, and I'm under the same impression as I was yesterday watching it live. It's a good result for us. You know, we deserved to win the 3-1, going on maybe 7 or 8, but we've got to say it's a good result for us.
I must have watched that Ryan Kent goal about 30 times. That was a fabulous goal. It was a good goal.
There was a thing on when it shows you for the stanchion, mate. Oh, behind the goal, one of the cameras, I can't remember the name of them, but it flies in. Brilliant goal.
But my big thing was, and I know we don't want to keep critical because about Alfredo and that, but the referee couldn't wait to book Alfredo. It was dying to get the. You could see right away, and it was a 50-50. It was something or nothing, and he should have. If he was going to book Fred, he should have booked the other guy.
Should have booked any of the two.
No, but what I'm saying is, if he was going to get the cares out at all, he should have booked the two of them. But he wanted to make an example of Fred again, and it was absolutely disgusting to see a referee act like that. No, so Alfredo didn't deserve. That's one of the bookings that he didn't deserve, and you could see the wee smile on his face. He knew that himself, and he reacted in the right way. Just laugh at him.
Well, that's us into December, and this Sunday coming, right? That's us into December. So last game is on Thursday of November, and this is the biggest game of our season coming up. Big game.
It's got to be. It's not going to stop now, Bridgeman.
No, it is not, pal. It is not. I'm loving the victories. I'm loving the victories.
Oh, is that six in a row? And if we win, is that right? 6 in a row, Fox?
I think it's it. But I've been saying it's 7 now. That's one of our last 7 games, you say.
I will have a look. Always check out everything Butterbean says because he's a plumbing expert.
Poor old Butterbean. Correction, last 6 games. That's what he's saying.
In the league, though?
If Butterbean tells you it's morning, you've got to look outside and check.
Check everything.
This next block of games as well, guys, it's quite simple. This next block of games starting there on Sunday against Livingston is we need to win the League Cup, qualify for the next round of the UEFA and pull away for them in the league. That's for targets for December. It's quite clear. Start each game, one game at a time.
And
I'm hearing. I just.
What you doing with Thursday, just out of curiosity? Bear.
What's that, mate?
What you doing with Thursday?
What do you mean, what am I doing, mate?
I'm
going to love it and then going to Friday.
I suppose that'd be a bonus for you, but what are you going to do with the Feyenoord game?
I know. Aye, well, I carry out in my living room, mate. That's what I'm doing for Thursday.
Love it. Just brilliant.
I mean, look, the games it's got, it's an exciting time for the support, mate, and if this bad man keeps rolling, JFK, it could be fantastic.
Of course it does. You know, I mean, the Feyenoord game is going to be an exciting game on Thursday, and then obviously we've got the Watery Farts on Sunday, and then the game, I think, and I know we all say before the cup final, look, we play the Sheep on the Wednesday night, guys, the 4th of December. You know, so up at the shit Tawdry. So that's going to be a big game because will they play as if they're playing the PDs or will they play as if they're playing Rangers? And we know the answer to that. So and we'll look on to the cup final against the PDs, and then the young boys are Bern. Hopefully,
I wish you were allowed to look forward, but you're not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to look forward. They're all fantastic games, Ox. They're all something to be excited about.
It's an exciting time.
Of course it is.
You know, can you sense positivity?
I think, but for the fans,
everybody.
Okay, I've said that to you many, many times, and I think you've all agreed with that. You know, I mean, you're the same as me. Travelled far and wide to see the Rangers, and we know that we would turn up at games and that, knowing that we were going to win Oxshire. And I think that feeling's coming back. Going to the games and meeting Fox and Bridge and yourself at games and that, and you can everybody's happy, and not that we weren't happy before that because we're a happy religion. That's the way we are. We all got on with one another, but going to see the Rangers anew is a joy, and we've got a good football team on the part, and we're playing well. And that's good, and there's a lot of positivity going about, definitely, and we're all looking forward to these games, and absolutely can't wait to every one of them. No, unfortunately can't attend everyone, but we'll see everyone.
Aye.
And I'm absolutely buzzing about it come the end of the year, mate.
I'm going to put something that's became a negative for me. I don't want to throw under the wolves because I don't think it's fair, but I'm going to give an honest assessment. Having watched yesterday, I just think it's Scott Arfield's just that form.
Yeah.
I just think we can talk about the internationals, we can talk about Big Leggy. I just think he's that form.
Yeah.
Either that or that position. Played it last year at the back end and played well, but either that or that position sort of played right to the three, just as they suit him. It's one or the other. So if people want to join us, these are thoughts on that. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you're brought into the cobble of one of them at Old School Blue. I'm going to go to the voice of reason on Rangers Radio for that. Mr. Fox, am I being harsh or am I being fair?
I think you're being pretty fair all round. He hasn't had a great start to this season, but he's also not been really that poor, I don't think. The manager keeps picking him, and he must see something that sometimes us as fans don't see. You've already stated, one of the commentators had said that it's the running after the ball he does, he's working about there. But what I see sometimes is, I think his first touch has deserted him. And he's no sure-footed as he was last season. He's not getting into positions to score goals like he was last season. And maybe it's just a wee dip in form, Ox, and the manager's trying to play him through it.
Mm-hmm. Have I been fair or have I been unfair there, Albert?
Oh, I've been very fair. I think you've been very fair there. I mean, I think the boy knows himself. I don't think he's that type of player that tries to make excuses and hide behind things. And I think he takes criticism on the chin and tries to do something about it. And to be fair to the boy, he's trying to play. You can see he's trying to play. It's just no working. It's the point to do it. His touch seems to have deserted him for some mental reason. We're all trying to work it out. We're all trying to make excuses about flights and playing international football and all the rest of it. I mean, but we don't really know. I don't think he really knows, to be honest with you. But I hope his form comes back soon because he's a type of player and a type of attitude we need in the team. He definitely is. I like to see him when he's playing well. He does bring something to the team when he plays well.
GFK, don't mince your words.
No, you're 100% right, mate. I said that earlier on. I just thought he's the poorest I've seen him play all season. He's come back after the international game after getting beat 4-1 by America. I don't know if that's affected him, but you're probably right. Is he playing in the right position? I don't know. For me, I think I've said it many times before. It's maybe time to give him a wee rest, put him on the bench for a few games. He didn't do himself any favours in yesterday, mate. It was absolutely.
When you were saying earlier on that you thought Defoe maybe should have swapped for Morelos.
Aye.
And the substitution I was looking for at half time was Stuart for Arfield.
Stuart for Arfield. We were screaming at, Stuart for Arfield and Morelos for Defoe to change it.
I think Greg Stewart, he get roughly man of the match, and he made a few goals against Hamilton the last time. No, every game's got to suit him, but I think that game could have suited him yesterday. Bridgeman, am I being fair or unfair by Scott Arfield?
I think from your perspective, yes, I think you're being fair. Personally, I wouldn't count yesterday's game at all in any criticism of any of the players in that sense, because that part, these pitches they're just not right. They don't run through, so it's really difficult to hold the ball in any situation. And you saw that way. Even our better players were getting caught, the ball getting caught under their feet sometimes, So I think
Scott Arfield scored 2 brilliant goals there last season outside the box.
Yes, I know, pal. I know, but if you're a wee bit leggy at all, which you could have been, it takes it out of you, in my opinion. I just feel those pitches are a stain in football. They're just a stain in football, and obviously we've got to play it. We played it yesterday. We won 3-1, and I thought a comfortable 3-1, to be perfectly honest, considering the chances that we had in the first half. But looking at it from that 15-minute spell when Hamilton had a bit more pressure, that made it a wee bit uncomfortable at that point. But overall, I think Rangers are well worthy of the result and could have had a lot more, in my opinion. And I don't blame any player. And I'm not being funny. I just don't blame it. I know you guys are looking at Arfield in particular, and if he wasn't the greatest player on the pitch by any stretch of the imagination, but where he plays out in the right wing, if he's playing the right wing, he holds the ball as tight as possible to the line,
All right, we've got a couple of callers coming in. We've been joined by Gary for Hamilton.
Hi.
How are we doing, Gary? And we've also been joined by Dutchie. Gary, if you don't mind, I'll go to Dutchie first, mate.
That's fine.
All right, and then I'll come right back to you. Evening, Dutchie.
How you doing, Oxford? How you doing, Jimmy and Fox?
All right, Dutchie.
Hi, Dutchie.
Hi, how you doing, Bridgeman?
All right, pal.
Good. I think I'm jumping the gun because you haven't started talking about the Feyenoord game yet.
Phone back Wednesday. Thanks for the call.
No, I'm only
AGM tomorrow night. Wednesday Feyenoord game.
Oh right, yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Give your thoughts, Dutchie. Come on, you know you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't stay on for very long because I'm on call tonight. But
so you're Dutchie. You're being paid and you're phoning Rangers Radio. Is that what you're telling us?
That's right. My boss,
professional GFK.
My boss is a Celtic supporter, so he won't be listening. Anyway, my youngest boy.
I wanted him there. Listen.
And it might be. My youngest boy, Jamie, who some of you have met, he's flying tomorrow from Edinburgh to Amsterdam to meet his brother who stays in Utrecht. And both boys are going to the Feyenoord game. But for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, they're not allowed to go to the actual stadium. They're having to watch it in the Ajax fan zone area. So Ajax, there's a lot of Ajax support because they absolutely hate Feyenoord, and I can't see why, but there you go. They are supporting Rangers. So I thought it was an interesting fact for you guys to hear that thousands of Ajax supporters... Are you
telling us there that the Rangers support will need to watch you because if there's that kind of rivalry...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can assure you that rivalry is 10 times worse than the Old Firm. It's really, really serious. They're actually killing each other. It's that bad. In fact, it's been so bad the past few years that they don't allow fans to go to each other's stadiums. Okay. But I thought it was interesting to hear that there's going to be thousands of Ajax supporters supporting Rangers, and there's going to be special fan zones in the city of Amsterdam purely watching the game and supporting Rangers. Now, isn't that great? I thought that was a great thing.
I suppose JFK, we might not get it again. Do you fancy me trip to Amsterdam to watch the match?
Well, my big pal was up today. He's gone. My big pal Andy for doing the renting way now. He's not got a ticket at all, but he's just getting into the. He can't see it. It's as long as I'm with the Bears, so he's looking forward to it, as he said, and he's looking forward to meeting a few Ajax fans and that. So. Who knows? I've got an affinity with the Gers fans. So, the people I know. I mean, I know that always like give my wee plug. The boys for Gers TV, they're running 2 buses, Si and Kenny. And as far as I know, not one of them have got a ticket. Now that is dedication. And saying that, I couldn't do a two-day trip there and two days back Oxford. I've done it before and away in the past. And I remember Eindhoven. It was a 2.5 day there and a 2.5 day back to watch 90 minutes of football. But it was absolutely fantastic watching Bobby Russell score that winner.
Well, Bridge, you've done it before, but obviously they made a full of it. Well, a bridge too far.
Bridge too far, aye. Arnhem, too much for me. Dutchie knows this. Arnhem was too far. That was the one too far.
And if you watch that film closely, you'll see Albert coming across the bridge on the bike.
That's him coming out.
Aye, that was me. Aye, Dutch, I give you a wee bit of advice. Get a new job. Don't work for a Tim. Sorry, mate.
Oh boy. I might be out of a job tomorrow then.
That's a shocker.
Yeah,
it's a shocker too, by the way, saying that's disgraceful, by the way. Yeah. Oh, very a shocker.
Good.
All right, we're going to bring in Gary because we forgot about him. How we doing, Gary?
I'm good, lads. How are you getting?
Right, mate. What's on your mind, mate?
No, just catching the end. You were talking about Scotty Arfield and stuff.
What's your thoughts?
It's probably an era that I think we really need to get sorted out. If you mean it's for the start of the season, we've been in and out with Aribo and Arfield in that kind of position, and then Ojo. And no any three of them have really, in my opinion, really set it on fire this season yet.
How many players since we started the whole season? How many players have played in that position? Candias had a few friendlies at the start. Yeah, I think Jordan Jones had a go there. I think Arfield's played there. Greg Stewart's played there.
Ojo.
Anybody else? Ojo.
We played Barker out there as well.
Barker's played there.
Kent.
Kent floats about. He can play anywhere he likes, I think.
Aye.
It seems to be played there.
Sort of, aye. We've been pushing them forward, but I don't know if I'm being OTT here cause for concern or we're just waiting for Jordan to come back from injury. Because obviously I don't think Ojo's the answer personally. But Scotty Arfield, I think he has to play in a different position.
Yep, no, I mean, see, like last season was no in the Old Firm game, was he no more like a number 10? Was he no that goal?
I would put him right up against. I would put him right up against GFK's mate in that final. If you're going to play him and tell him that's what he does, he kills his space, because that's what he done to him about 3 times last season, and they couldn't get playing. In my opinion, Bridgman.
Well, JFK's mate, that's Neil Lennon, is it?
JFK's loads of mates.
He knows I'm only kidding. Well, yeah, I think. Well, I agree with you to a certain extent. I think I would love to see Jordan Jones back and get him out in the wide right, in my opinion, and let him play. I think he's a smashing player, a great prospect for us. I think he's a natural. He's going to naturally fit in there. And next season, and I'm not being funny when I say this, next season there's going to be a really good tussle for that position with Jake Hasty and Jordan Jones. I think that'll be a real tussle for the outside right or the wide position on the right. That's what I feel.
Would you say that Ojo will go?
Oh yes, I think the way things are, and they brought the young lad on. I like Ojo. If it was me, I'd be talking to Liverpool now and seeing if you can get him. And if he's not got much contract left, see if we can get him. I'd get £1 million for him.
And I think he's a great player. I would be talking to Liverpool and see if they'll take him back.
Yeah. All right, you're the opposite to me in that sense. I think he'd be a great player, and he might be suffering because he's coming close to the transfer window, and there's nothing going to happen for him. He might have, maybe, I don't know if is he on loan until the end of the season?
He's here for the season.
Here for the season, okay.
Here for the season, aye.
Mm-hmm. Aye. Back to Gary. That position became it's a hot potato,
and it's like you says. I didn't know Jones could play in the right, because I was wondering when he is fully fit again, is he got to start on the left and they're going to move Kent there, or?
I can't see he's changing Kent's position. Can you? I really can't.
Are they going to make the two of them just keep crossing air? If you mean, I don't know if it's something that we need. Like the full game yesterday was just, although Kent obviously scored that goal and stuff, but we're just lacking that other guy that's going to win the game for us. I know we've got Alfredo and that, but it's just games like that. It's like, I think if we were playing like the Old Firm game or anything like that, we need a couple of boys that are got to dig in and get the win. And I think we need that kind of, like I was expecting Rebo yesterday again. He just seems to, I know that Livingston had that great goal, but even in that game I felt he was kind of in and out of the game, and yesterday as well, he was starting, and I just feel as though the boy seems to play better when he's away in international duty than he does for us. So,
but you're speaking about Rebo,
aye.
Gary, is that how you're speaking? I think the Rebo had a really good first 25 minutes in the game, to be honest. I think he fought for everything and won quite a lot of balls, and him and Barisic interchanged quite a lot yesterday. I really do think that when it came to the second half, something happened in the second half. Maybe we all just ran out of steam. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad player. Like, the boy's got so much potential, and he's one of the ones that you're just waiting for everything to click, if you know what I mean. And that's who I would probably see, like, in place rather than Arsenal, if you know what I mean, because I've seen him obviously start up that kind of way, and you're just hoping for them to click, because I don't want us going into the cup final game and we're kind of still that way that we're unsure of who's on form and no on form.
Oh, we've got 3 games before the cup final, mate, before we even think about this team.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But I see that as an important game. I mean,
we've got 2 league games where we need 6 points, and we've got a potential qualifier which may be worth, I don't know, another £5 million if we get through. Am I right?
Could be a lot of many millions if it's worth it. This is the biggest game of our season, and it's fast approaching. How many sleeps, Jimmy? How many sleeps?
Oh, I don't get much sleep when I'm waiting and the Rangers coming on. I don't.
Three sleeps in there. 3 sleeps.
Oh, I
Wow.
don't. Oh, even at 21 years of age, I still get butterflies. Oh dear.
There wasn't many free kicks yesterday, right enough. I think that's, we were saying we're a wee bit maybe lacklustre. I think, like you were saying, I think a lot of the guys yesterday on that pitch, they probably just want to see out the game and not have any injuries and just win the game and get away from it. Because there wasn't, I can't remember Rangers having that many free kicks and that. I think obviously that kind of tells you a story that they're not wanting to be really involved in it on that kind of part.
Actually, I agree with you because I thought believe it or not, I thought the worst foul, and it wasn't really much of a foul, but I thought the worst foul was old Defoe. Went over the ball, missed the ball completely, and ended up standing the guy. I thought that was the worst foul-wise. That was the worst foul.
If that was a bad foul story of somebody's toe, you'd have been off a partner.
No. All I'm saying, I would have been dead. They'd have killed me for it. But seriously, that's I didn't think there was that many bad fouls. What I thought was an awful lot of niggly fouls, stupid fouls, and bookable fouls. This pulling God Almighty, that boy Ryan Kent. I can't remember the boy's name. Who was in midfield that kept battering everybody and ended up getting booked? And it must have done 9 or 10 fouls in the first half and the same again in the second half. And eventually got booking. Gogic. Shocking, by the way. Shocking. Dirty animal.
He thought he was a ticket, I'll tell you. He thought he was a right ticket. But hey, he should have been off the park for swinging a punch. But there you go.
Absolutely. Should have been sent
off. Only
off.
Alfie gets sent off for Lakelands, isn't it?
I mean, by the way, don't get me started again. Alfie's booking was just comical. Just ridiculous stuff.
Don't wind him up. It's all right for you, Albert. His wife phoned me the next day and said, "You've wound him up, his blood pressure's up." He says,
by the way, she does as well.
Then I've got GFK. GFK's missing me. He's getting all these viruses since he joined the show.
I know.
I think that's the other stuff he's watching that's giving him viruses.
Oh, I know. Or maybe what I'm taking.
And then Dutchy, we're going to have to try and get him a new job tomorrow because Albert's got my sack.
Right.
By the way, that was quite cruel, Albert. I must admit, that was quite cruel.
How we doing, Dutchy? In you come.
Oxford, I know on this programme we talk about everything Rangers, but I was watching after our match yesterday, which I incidentally was quite disappointed about for a long time until we got the 3-1 win. I thought we were not that great at all. But anyway, we talked about that. But I actually watched the Sheep game and the Saints game afterwards, and that was really exciting.
You're a glutton.
I know, but the reason why I was keen to watch it because I saw that they were 1-0 because that makes them still nine points behind the Sheep, which is very important because if they had won, they would have been only 7 points behind us. So but it was incredible to see how the Saints got two red cards within 4 minutes and they still managed to hold on to them 1-0. So that was quite exciting to watch, knowing that we had the full 3 points and they only got 1. So yeah, I keep an eye on that as well.
Was it as bad as it sounded? I read a report on it. It said it was poor fare as well, that game.
Yeah, but there was nothing in the press about it. I couldn't see anything in the Daily Record about it or anything like that. They really played that one down, whereas ourselves, we were plastered all over the paper, of course. But they weren't too negative, fortunately, this time, which I usually see. As everybody can, but no, it was well worth watching. I was watching that one straight after our. Are
you going to be on between now and Thursday?
Yes.
All right, so you're obviously working, so you'll be able to phone in. No, I was just wondering if you were going to let us go through your orange eyes, how it was going to go for us on Thursday evening.
Well, I predicted correctly the last time. Also correctly predicted yesterday we were going to win 3-1. Despite during the game I was quite disappointed, but there you go. No, I quite correctly predicted the last time that we were going to beat Feyenoord. not so sure now about because it's away and they've got a new manager, and of course it's good old Dickard Fagat, and Dickard Fagat has made them win each time, or draw and a win. Since he took over, he fairly knows how to fire up players, and that's exactly what's needed. And they've still got some very decent players. They were just not playing well under Jaap Stam. So be very interested to see. Africa is not going to be very favourable, obviously, against us. He's going to do his best with his players. They've got as much of an interest to win as well. But there you go. He must feel something about us as well, because I think it was one of his best years when he was at Rangers. He must enjoy it. Those were the glory days, and that's why I think Ajax is so pro Rangers as well. It's not only because they're playing Feyenoord on Thursday, but it's also because it was mostly Ajax players who were at Ibrox, apart from Giovanni from Bronckhorst. Most of the other ones were all Ajax. I believe that Mol's my favourite player. I think he was Utrecht eventually, but I think he was Ajax initially as well. But certainly the Boer brothers were. Oh, I think so.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I know
how's it going to go for us? How's it going to go?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Come on, get off that fence.
I think we need a draw, don't we, to get through?
Yeah. Well, if we draw and Young Boys win, we're through.
Okay. Well, I like to think of 2-1 for us, but it all depends on the night. It all depends on the referee. These international referees, to my mind, are far better than the Clancy's and the McLeans in this world, I'm afraid to say. Hope they're listening. But because yesterday it was absolutely dreadful. It was all against us. Not as bad as I've seen in previous games, but I was watching Mr. Clancy yesterday at the Saints game as well. But no, he hasn't done us any favours in the past either. But no, I think a 2-1. If we play right on the night, if we've got the right players in place, I'm not sure Arfield should be playing. Not sure Ocho should be playing. Although Ocho was the very one who scored against Feyenoord, of course.
It was a good goal.
At Ibrox. Apart from that, I think he's absolutely useless. I'm sorry to say that. I don't think he's a player who should stay, and Arfield are beginning to wonder as well. However, I've seen players coming back. Taff has been okay lately. A bit better than he was for a while. So, players can come and go, and it's the same as ourselves in our own jobs. We don't always perform well, but these guys are multi-millionaires. They should be playing at the top of their game at all times. That's the way I think.
Well, it doesn't work like that. Life's like that. I mean, JFK was a gigolo, and didn't he always perform well?
Yeah. When I played my gigolo, I played a good tune. Is that the right answer you're looking for?
Yeah, sometimes the tunes were longer than others, but...
Yeah.
Gigolo? What the hell was that?
Oh, Piccolo,
anyway, guys,
sorry,
I've got to go.
That right, JFK. It was a Piccolo you used to be.
What you say is I've got one little pickle.
Sorry, JFK, I read that right on your CV.
Good one, Ox, yeah.
Right, so we're going to win 2-1. Would you take that, Gary?
Oh, aye, all day long. I think I'd rather win Thursday and gear as the Young Boys game as a run-out game, if you mean. Aye, definitely. I'd rather we do the business tonight, because I think we need to concentrate elsewhere.
I know.
Gary, can I ask Gary something? See when you're saying, how you doing, Gary? GFK here.
Aye.
See, you're talking about beating Feyenoord and then getting the Young Boys a bear in a run-out game. Surely you don't want that, mate. You want to win.
No.
No, what I'm saying is, I tell you the reason why. Maybe I picked you up wrong, mate. The team that finishes top of their group avoid the Champions League dropouts. So we want to be seeded. So you want to win the group. So for me,
plus the revenue, GFK.
Plus the revenue as well. But what you want to do is that we know that the last 32 there's going to be a lot of good teams in that. But what we want to be doing is, I'm like Albert. I play my full team every game, and I would have done that yesterday. But unfortunately, Fred had happened to him at the airport and all that. But I'm confident we'll get a good result, no matter what happens yesterday against Feyenoord on Thursday night. But what I want to do is at Ibrox on the 12th of December is go and roast them as well and finish as leaders and first in the group. And that means that we'll not get any of the big teams that are dropping out for the Champions League, mate. And it gives us a chance of progressing into the last 16 where we could, if the puddle drinkers get through, we could play them because there's no seeded draw after it. It's in the hat for everybody.
Oh, that could be interesting.
That would be good.
No, I think like obviously Steven Gerrard, I don't think is a kind of manager that would just go, all right, I'll go for a draw here tonight. But I think like worst case scenario, it would be good to get the draw, and then whatever happens in young boys, there's not as much pressure on them, if you know what I mean. Because like I said, they've got to be basically every weekend it's going to be all go for them. So it's just like I said, it's just one of the games where like if you can put it to bed kind of thing. I just want them. I don't know about you. Like obviously I know the Europe brings in the money, but like I see this as like the league is the most important thing for us this year.
There's a lot of folks think the same as you, Gary. But I personally feel every game we're Rangers. We play in the Rangers strip, and we want to win every game. So if we put a team in front of us, I want as much as possible. Good manager, look after the team, put the right players out for that game, and we go and win. We go and fight to win. I don't look at it any other way. I don't think of it tactically. We want to do this or tactically want to do that. For me, we want to go and win the game, whatever the game is. And the guys have just said to you, the benefits of winning the game are far better than losing the game. Let's put it that way.
Do you think, Ox, that that's why Gerrard's stuck with the defence now? He's kind of decided that he's got to stick with a winning team.
I've got to be honest with you, up until yesterday, I think the form of defence was excellent. We only lost one goal, and my defensive record's still pretty good. You know, I think we critique the individual performances, but collectively, we've hardly lost a goal, you know. He's came with that formula, and he's stuck with it. I think he's went for that base. I thought Helander was actually our best out the back four yesterday. Gary, personally, I thought he'd done okay without it being absolutely brilliant, you know.
Like I said, I think it's just like if you watched Goldson and that in the European games, they're on better parts. And I think just yesterday, I know it's not an excuse, but it's just I think the boys are probably just out. And I mean, I was disappointed in McCoy yesterday. McCoy was totally after the game slating Tavernier and Goldson again, and it wasn't even the first goal. Their equaliser wasn't even really their fault. It was mere Barisic's fault. And I'm like, at the end of the day, like you say, the ball bounces all over the place in that kind of part. So I think with Tav, mate, I don't think he's played well on the pitches all season, last season, or even the season before, mate, if I'm being honest. But we've not got that excuse going forward. I think potentially we've only got one more game to play on a AstroTurf Park, depending who we draw in the champion, the UEFA Cup. So we'll see where it takes us. But through the piece, Gary, you happy where we are? Over the win. Still a nervous Rangers fan. But
you'll be that to the day you die, mate. You'll be that to the day you die. Listen, get yourself in mute. We're going to have a tune.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers. okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy okay. Look out everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy okay. Look out everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers okay. We'll be there to do it, oh Rangers, do it if we can. Rangers, win the cup, hold it up in our hands. Oh Rangers, Rangers, easy okay. Look out everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy okay. Look out everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers okay.
Go back.
Aye.
Yep.
You enjoy that?
That was good.
That's my Friday song.
Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Magic, magic.
What's that, Fox?
Fox is not talking to you.
No.
Don't know how.
Did you get my wee message here, Ox, here?
Was it with the piccolo?
No. Hey, Piccolo. Pickles, you mean? European week leading up to it. I mean, you all know what happened 27 years today, didn't you?
That would have been 1990.
Well, that would be about 72.
The first Champions League game, eh?
Rangers and Marseille made history by playing the first ever Champions League group game at Ibrox.
There you
Do
go.
you remember that game?
I do,
1992.
it was absolutely
1992, sorry. 1992,
92.
of course.
Champions
Apologies.
League.
Can't count.
It was
Can't count.
absolutely pouring. And I remember,
Aye.
I know mention the name. I said, no, this will suit us. They'll not like that. And after 60 minutes, we hadn't touched the ball.
Yep. What a comeback.
They were a fabulous side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I mean, obviously, what happened was they ended up cheating us. The team
Well,
never.
yeah, Bernard Taffy.
did.
Yeah.
But they were a fabulous side, mate. Absolutely top draw.
And the most unlikely substitutes, remember that night? Who scored?
McSwiggan and Elvis.
McSwiggan. Gary McSwiggan.
What a goal he scored.
Aye.
What a goal.
The team that night, Gorham, Goff, McPherson, Robertson and Brown. With Gary Stevens, Trevor Stevens just in front of them, then with Durant, McCall, Mikhailichenko, Murray and big Mark Heatley up front.
And Goff went half injured. And
Off and off injured, aye.
And he made a ricket, didn't he? And we lost the second goal.
They'd some team then. Bartes, Angloma, Bolly, who came to us after scoring in the final. Cassoni, D'Ameco, Desai, Sozi, Deschamps, Pelly, Bosgic and Voller. What a team they were. What a game that was that night. What a game that was. That was one of the greatest games I've seen at Ibrox in a lot of years. As you say, it was absolutely piddling down.
They were a real good side, mate. Doesn't
it make you proud to see your teams played in games like that and being at the forefront of some of the big movements in the European football? I think it's fantastic for us. Fantastic.
You got to remember, the 8 teams that started in the Champions League group, that's the basis of the badge for the ball. When the Champions League's flag is unveiled, that's the 8 teams that's in each of the stars. It's Marseille, Rangers, Club Brugge, CSK Moscow, Milan, IFK Gothenburg, Porto and PSV. So that is the the core of the Champions League, and Rangers are part of that, and that's history that will never be taken away
So
from us.
every time they have a game at Park Keep, they're flying our flag. Is that what you're telling us, dear?
Well, it's there, isn't it? It's the UEFA flag for the Champions League is there. No, they put a scabby, and I'm not saying this, because they put a scabby Union flag away stuck in the corner when it should be proudly put above any Scottish football ground. But the puddle drinkers don't do that. 27 years ago the night, man, what a game it was. Fantastic.
And what a season it was. What a season.
Oh, what a season. The games before that, as we all know, the famous Leeds United double header and things like that, absolutely fantastic.
Was it Bromby?
Bromby as well, aye. No, was it Lindby?
Lindby, the Danish champions, aye.
Aye.
That was the time the 3 foreigner rule came in as well.
That's right. Aye.
Mm.
Aye. And Marseille actually beat a lot of great teams leading up to it, and so did who's it? CSK Moscow knocked out Barcelona to qualify for the Champions League group.
And then it was the Leeds and Stuttgart for fiasco, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Leeds were out. We were playing Stuttgart.
So
and then they got a replay, and then they had to play a one-off game. I think that was actually in Barcelona, and Leeds won, and then that meant they played us.
But I mean, that season was a travesty, and the fact is that CSK Moscow were never a team that could get beat 6-0 by anybody. And it was proved 5 years later that Bernard Tapie had done the dirty, tapped them up, pardon the pun, as you say, because when they came to Ibrox that night, nothing each, they played for their lives there, didn't they? It was heartbreaking. It
was an anticlimax because, from memory, I think Marseille scored early on in Bruges, didn't they?
Aye.
That was what killed it. So we were never in the position to get through. But I think we had a chance in Marseille when we had them on the ropes, mate.
Yeah. I still say to this day that David Murray should have put a protest in and asked for the final to be played again between Rangers and Milan. That's just the way I felt at the time. Thought we were robbed, mate.
Aye,
we robbed on Sunday as well.
What?
We get robbed on Sunday as well.
What?
So I'm saying 20 odd years ago you're speaking about that. I'm saying they're still getting robbed because we get robbed on Sunday.
You won.
The difference is this time, Bridge, that 27 years ago the SFA put up a really good fight for us because we get cheated. I mean, they really fought well for us.
Right.
Some things never change.
Just as well.
Talking the European things, does anybody know when the young boys games getting played, the youth team against Slovan Bratislava? When's the second leg? Is it this week?
Wednesday, I think, Jimmy.
Wednesday, mate. So I need to go hunting for that.
I don't think it's on television as far as I know.
No.
You can maybe go there on your way and cut back to Amsterdam, mate.
Bratislava. Oh, man, what a place that would be to go. I just thought I was talking about the day to my pal and that, and I thought, 27 years ago the day, man.
It sounds like it seems as if it was yesterday, doesn't it?
Well, it does, aye, but that's a great thing about being a Gers fan, a football fan, you can relate to things, about where you were and who you were weighing, what you did, and that's brilliant, and it's good or bad, it's a great experience, Sox here, we all know that. Good times and bad times, but being a Blue Nose is a great thing to be.
Anytime.
Anytime, I'm saying, so we take the good and the bad all the time now, but the memories are made for life, and that's
all right. We've also been joined by Smurf. Evening, Smurf.
Good evening.
Wait a minute. Well, Fox is coming in there. Smurf, I'll get you in a second. Go on, you go, Fox.
Can you remember anything important for this game? Rangers 3, Dunfermline Athletic 0, 1989.
On this day?
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy. I know that. I was very, very happy.
Is that the day that Butch Wilkins left us?
It is indeed, mate. Well done.
God, what is this? He's throwing questions at me. My memories, I'm roasted here. That was a marvellous occasion.
Was that the day that Graham Roberts' name was chanted as well?
No, that was at Falkirk in 1988.
I knew it was 89.
That was been April 88.
Yeah.
And the 6 weeks, everybody forgot about them. But aye, Graham Wilkins last game went after a marvellous reception for the crowd, and he was misty-eyed, and unfortunately he's no longer with us. Evening, Smurf, how we doing?
Aye, no bad. How's yourselves?
All right,
Hi, Smurf. How you going, pal? All right.
Aye, I'm doing good. Aye, busy at the moment, but good. Aye.
All right, okay, that makes two years.
Aye, yeah. Now I was just looking at the fixtures there.
Right, don't go too far ahead. You're not allowed.
Oh well. But am I right in saying we've got 9? We've got 9 between now and an early game, or including an early game. They've got 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I never realised that, and
it's because we play on the Friday night. We can't play the Wednesday.
Yep.
And we're up against it there because getting into that, I didn't realise it's a 6-pointer getting into that nerdy game, innit?
Well, there's a lot of football to be played between now and then.
Aye.
We're going to win on. I mean, let's be honest about it. I'll go to Albert because he's the voice of reason. Albert, we've got to beat Hearts. We've got to beat Aberdeen. They've all got to be ticked off.
Oh, you go. I mean, there's no use to look. And it's good fun looking ahead, right enough. But seriously, we need to. It's just real cliche, innit? One at a time. Like that game on Sunday there. Get that out of the way. Done. New Thursday. Get that out of the way. Then we talk about Hearts. But it's one of the ones. It's a tough programme. And if we look too far ahead of it, we could trip up. We really could trip up because there's a lot of minefields to go through before we get to the nerd. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm still confident we can do it. But everybody else in Scotland, outside the Rangers support and outside the Rangers people, think we're going to trip up. I mean, them out the other side of the city are hinting that they're level ways now, but we'll see what happens. So, it's suspecting you're sitting going like that. If I was a paranoid person, I would think somebody sat down with a pen and pencil and worked this out. You know what I mean? Because it's not right. It looks a bit dodgy to me to say that. Somebody was saying that it happened last year as well, something similar. I can't remember that far back.
I was looking at it and I was like, that's no accident, that. That was my initial. Then you've got to get a grip with yourself into and sort of get yourself up the backside and think, come on.
I mean, people keep telling us, Smurf, that hold on a minute, we've got to play these games anyway. I mean, outside the Rangers say that. But you go, but knowing the way they're put together.
Exactly.
We're going to play them, but you're sitting going, but no, we're away here, we're away there. You're going, this is not right. Ox, what did you say the last week? Was it 27th of October, the last time we played at Ibrox or something?
A league
business.
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
Well, we play Hearts at home and they play Ross County away. Right, and then the next game we're away against Aberdeen.
Sheep, aye.
You know what I mean? We play Sheep, but they're at home against Hamilton. You know, and then you get into the next game, we play Ross County and they play St Johnstone. And we could go on and on and on. And I must say it was all, but I just think, I mean, the only game I would think that there's maybe something that could happen for against them is against the Spoonburners at the Penal Dome in December. And apart from that, but the running of games, the games that right leading up to that. But look, they play the Sheep again in the 21st of December. But we've got to take care of ourselves, guys. As long as we keep winning, it doesn't matter what they do.
The funny thing is, JF, Ken, I'll go to Bridgetown, as he said, it's Lena Martell. And I said, what do you mean? He says, one game at a time.
Aye.
Sweet Jesus.
But that's absolutely straight. It's the way I've looked at it the whole season. And I don't want Rangers to think of any other thing. But the next game is the biggest game of our season. Huge game coming up. Every game's a huge game for us. And if the way we're going, and we're the good fortune we've got, and sometimes absolutely marvellous play, we've got a really good run going for us at the moment. And until such time as that run falls over or whatever, then we're back on the saddle again, and away we go again. It's just every single game, in my opinion, we've got to treat it as the next biggest game. It's the biggest game of our season coming up for us because it's a huge hurdle. It's just as you said there, you look along the line and you can see all the teams coming up. and it's like jumping fences. Every time you come up, it's another bigger fence and a bigger fence and a bigger fence. It's as if somebody's written this so to make you feel sort of halfway through it. And we just need to keep going up there and jump over these fences. That's what we need to do every game.
Well, the negative is the run of fixtures, but let's just say we knock all these hurdles over.
Aye.
Albert, and then it'll come to Smurf. Albert, we knock them over. The pressure goes the other way, doesn't it?
Oh, of course it does, mate. If we knock these over, by the way, getting into the new year, they've got a problem. They are there. They've definitely got a problem because they will implode. There's no doubt about it. And it's down to us to just knock these over. And it really puts us in a strong position. It really does. And I'm confident we can do it. I'm really confident we can do it. Even though we played not particularly well on Sunday, that's neither here nor there to me. Still get the result. That's the winning football is everything. I would like to beat Feyenoord on Thursday to get that European place boxed in, and that's it done and out the way. But we'll see what happens. As I said before about Europe, it's not my priority, but I know it's important financially. But definitely, if we win all these games, look out. There's no many. There'll no stop us. Nobody will stop us after that.
Smurf?
Aye, well, it's just sort of how I sort of look at life. I think I just always try and look at positives, and if we win the run of 8 games up to that Old Firm game, and they've played an extra game, if they drop points going into that Old Firm game, we take something for that, and then we've still got a game in hand over them. You know what I mean? So the whole thing can just switch, and it could work against them. So. But as I was looking at it, I was a bit, that's you couldn't have planned it any better. You know what I mean? But bring it on. Just let's get in about it.
St Mirren the extra game, isn't it?
It's St Mirren the extra game, is it?
I'm thinking it's no St Mirren we're supposed to play the day of the cup final. Is that what game in hand then?
Right.
I'm trying to figure it. I remember seeing
they're
the fixture
playing
list.
their game in hand. They're playing their game in hand on the Wednesday before Christmas.
That's right.
That's right. Aye.
Whereas we're playing on the Friday night, so they can't put the fixture in on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
We play Hibs on the Friday night.
That's right. Aye. Is St Mirren Oxyre in it?
I believe so, mate. Without looking.
Aye. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere on the Rangers matches and that before the cup final was announced. Aye.
See, we come through this unscathed, or even if we're equal points of our noses in front. I think after the winter break, I think that really gives us a catalyst to sort of launch forward, and take the whole thing with a scruff of the neck. This is crucial. I think it's this period. And you may say don't look too forward. Then there's a lot of football to be played, but we could lose, or any of the two teams.
You can't win the league.
Yeah, but you could have lost it
in December, but you can lose it. That right, Fox?
Aye. That's correct.
And so could they. This is crucial. Aye.
Bring it on.
Aye, exactly. Aye, bring it on.
When we're playing that it doesn't matter how you look at it, it's still 3 away fixtures in a row, and that's right. Very unusual, isn't it?
Aye, and you're travelling as well. You're travelling. Obviously, you're playing away. You're travelling, but with that final game, you're going abroad as well. You're going to abroad, and then you're up with the sheep as well before that cup final. It's not great.
But I mean, there's pluses and minuses in it. There is pluses there, Bridgeman, isn't there? When you've got competitive games, you've got to steam into them. When you've got momentum, it can just roll for you.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, the opposition, they must have a series of, shall we say, difficult games coming up as well, rapidly. But I don't think they're getting a slightly easier run at some of their games to allow the momentum to be built. And it looks as if a better and easier run up to Christmas time, and in the new year. But Rangers just need to, as I say, one game at a time, and we'll get there. We will get there. I don't know any teams in this league that are going to be absolutely confident 100% of beating us anywhere, either home or away. I think Rangers have got a fantastic chance. If we can get over Thursday, and I believe this sincerely, we go over Thursday, we come away with a point or a win would be even better. My God almighty, people are going to sit up and say, hey, what is going on here? What is going on at Ibrox? Goodness sake. Fantastic, boys.
The thing is as well, even if we were not playing well, we're still getting the results. We're grinding them out. And that's, we might moan about it, but that's what, I take a lot of heart out of that,
I think we've got to, mate. I mean, we come on and critique the performance yesterday, and we maybe scored at 6.5 out of 10, but we still won 3 points. When you picked up the paper today, JFK still stayed 3-1 win, didn't it?
Aye, as I said earlier on, it's a 3-1 win, and I've not been critical of the team. I was a wee bit disappointed in a couple of the performances, but it's a win, 3 goals behind them. No, bring it on. The Hearts on Sunday. Looking forward to that. Double celebration for me on Sunday, beating the Hearts, and I'm 21 on Sunday. It's my birthday on Sunday. Advent Day, as they call it. Christmas tree goes up. Happy days. I'll be looking for a 2-1 win against Feyenoord. I'll go with Dutchy. A 3-0 win against the Hearts, and just bring it on. And then we play the Sheep on the Wednesday. Oh, I won't be able to sleep, Bridge.
Oh, you'll be very excited, young man, at 21.
At 21, you get awful excited. There's Oxford, he's just coming up for 21 as well, so he knows being excited, being a young man.
You two are at it, by the way.
Hey!
2 ex-Partick boys looking after each other there.
Partick boys, we are here, we are young, and we are, hey, come on. Are they Oxford?
Long time ago.
I think that's what's that long time ago.
But I can still remember. Oh, God almighty. If I had the chance.
But you know what? No, you said earlier on, Oxford, about excuse me, about positivity. But even, I'm coming up for 62, and I know Bridges about 65, 66, and you're maybe
more.
I know, pal. I know. I'm trying to.
I'll take it.
But what is good is we're still all excited about going to see Rangers, and let's not kid ourselves on that. No matter what age you are, when you're going to the day of the football, it's exciting, and you try to tell your wife that, and they look at you with own blank ways if they say what is it all about. But when you get there to watch your Rangers, it's a great feeling, and long may that continue. And the things are going great for us now, guys. So we just need to grasp it and go with the flow, as they say. And I'm loving every minute of it. It's absolutely wonderful for me, and I know it's the same for you guys out there.
Well, like Jimmy, where were we? Just turn the clock back 3 years, even 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Apart from the good season we had with the Magic Hat, we've had some terrible times, haven't we? We've had some big letdowns,
But we still followed, Bridge, and that's
absolutely.
That's as Bridge Oxford was talking about the positivity. I still, at my tender age of 61 and a bit, get excited about going to see Rangers, and I hope that never leaves me. And I've instilled that in my 2 boys, and I know Oxford with James and that, and his boy, and everybody else out there that's listening. It's great to go and see the Rangers, and it fills my heart. Just
absolutely, pal.
I don't make any bones about the fact is that I've shed tears of joy watching Rangers.
Oh.
Some tears of sadness, but of course it does, and that's what to be able to admit that, I don't have any fear of admitting that, Bridgman. I just think it's a wonderful.
Stevie for the drums just texts me. He says he greets every second week when it's his round.
Does he?
Is he talking about Jimmy? Of course he is.
I've got a wee story, and I know my pal He's here in Belfast living now, and I remember, I can't remember what cup final is. No, it was Scottish Cup final. I think it was a second treble we done, 77, 78, right? And I remember winning the Scottish Cup, and he'll probably not admit it to me, but I remember me and Big Rab, and anybody that knows Big Rab, what a wonderful man, is a good friend of mine, for Partick, and we just hugged each other, and there was tears in my eyes, and it was absolutely wonderful, and you should never be ashamed of that. Never be ashamed of who you are and what you are, and that's what brings us all together. And you know,
No,
it was
that's the sermon according to JFK for this evening.
no, but
Absolutely.
that's what it does to us, Ox. Yeah, we all know.
Aye, it is. It's a powerful drug, mate. The
course
football.
it
It's
is.
a powerful drug.
Jimmy, can I just say, Jimmy, you know, when the second goal, when we were playing Porto, and the second goal went in, when the first goal went in, the obviously the joy was incredibly high. But when that second goal went in, there was people greeting. There was people greeting in the Cortland rear. Absolutely, I swear by it.
That's because they had
couldn't-
1-0. That's because they had 1-0 Rangers.
Aye,
on
I
their
was going to just, and it was nothing to do with the bookies ticket.
I get
I get
back.
tears. Aye, Jimmy, I get tears in my eyes if I can remember what I done with the remote control.
Go way back to when Colin Steen standing at the back of that goal, and when Colin Steen put the ball in against the spoon burners, and you know, you're looking about you there, Bridgeman. There was people crying. You know what?
I think the biggest one for me. I was there at Easter Road, but I was a bit young. And I think this one will be similar. And I think there is a lot of similarities heading towards this season. Was Pataudry in '87? I think there's a lot of similarities and a lot of stars that are aligning for the same thing. I don't know if you thought about that, Albert.
Aye, I have. There's a lot of. Is it coincidence you call it? I don't know, but it just seems to be right this time. It just seems to be things are shaping up the right way, and let's hope fate is going to deal us a happy hand for a change. Let's put it that way.
Smurf.
Hello.
Hello. We are a power.
You'll not get the hang of this show, mate, right? You phone in, right?
I have got the hang of it. Hang on a minute.
Oh dear.
Right, Bridgeman.
Yeah.
You've definitely not get the hang of it. Is there a lot of similarities?
If you want to talk about the Porto game.
No.
Okay.
The 1986 when we won the league for the first time in 9 years.
Oh,
87.
86.
Yeah.
Bridge, plug yourself back in. Come on.
I need to do it. You're absolutely right, Albert, and somebody needs to get plugged somehow or other. Yes, what 1986, 87?
Forget about it. I'll go to Fox. He hangs on
Go to
every
Fox.
word. Fox.
He hangs on everyone.
There's a lot of similarities.
There is similarities. We've got a new manager. We're really going to go for things. And
League Cup final first.
But some run of games we've got, and it'll be great viewing if you're a Rangers supporter, mate. The games coming up are absolutely fabulous, and that's what you want to see when you go at football. We're starting away to Feyenoord, home to Hearts, away to Aberdeen, and then the League Cup final. I've got a question for you. We played them twice in December. Which one would you give your left arm to win?
The next one.
If you could only win one, what one would you take?
The next one.
No, you're not asking. What, the League Cup one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that's a one-off event. The other one doesn't dictate our season, but that's only my thinking. If you gave me the choice,
League Cup for me.
Definitely. Albert.
The League Cup to blood the team. I keep saying you need to make this team a winning team, and once it gets a taste there, it'll be off and running. And so, the League Cup, mate.
I'll go for the next one simply because it's the next one. That's where I go. Beat them. Every time we play them, beat them.
Smurf?
I think if we were to go and win that cup final in it, then it's catalyst in it for going forward, you know. I think if we win that cup final, I think we beat them again anyway.
Better shut Erskine Bridge if we beat them in the cup final. We will, I'm telling you.
They'll implode. I agree with that. Definitely.
Well, the last time we beat them in the semi-final at Hampden, and the broken-hearted, they ended up sacking their manager.
And then when they
Just
beat them
not.
twice in the league, they get rid of their manager.
And well, the first time we beat them at the Ibrox, their manager never played against Rangers. It never managed them. After 2 months, we'd gone left.
Aye, interesting, Bridge. Interesting. What about yourself, Fox?
I think I'd take the League Cup final as well. It's imperative, as everybody says, that we start winning trophies, and that'll be the first one of the treble this year for us.
On you go.
Can somebody get us a ticket, please?
What about the quadruple, Fox? Would you take
See what
that?
you done there, Smurf. See what you done.
Would I take the quadruple? Yes, I would indeed, mate.
Is that bypass?
You take one of them and all.
Oh dear. No, I think you're right. I think we win that cup. They could start imploding, you know. That's really important for us to win that.
Well, what have they got to go for? Providing we continue playing and winning, and particularly in the league, we keep winning in the league. Then if we beat them in the cup final, League Cup final, what are they playing for? You know, that's the treble going. Or is it quadruple at that point? No, that's the treble going.
Bridge, the treble only means something to them when they're winning it.
Absolutely, pal.
When we beat them in the cup final, the treble will mean nothing. You know, so but they'll implode, and popcorn teeth and the Lego muncher and all the rest of them, thumbhead, they'll all implode. Yeah, you got a wee bit of a game on Saturday, as far as I know. The thumbhead man, what a horrible looking person he is.
No need for the prisoner.
86-87 season, Oxia, you're 100% right. There's a lot of similarities there, definitely. You know, we brought Graham Souness to Ibrox. We won the league at Pittodrie in 87-86. So absolutely wonderful day that was. I'm a wee story. I get kicked in the face that day, and I get 4 stitches. I managed to get a hold of Graham Roberts' boot.
On your face?
No, I got his boot because all the Rangers players went off the park that day and were half naked. And I managed to get one of Graham Roberts' his right boot. And as I was wrestling about the ground trying to fight for it, a guy kicked me right in the mouth. And the boot was away.
I've never really apologised for that, but I never meant
brilliant. Brilliant.
And that was a great day, wasn't it, Oxia at Pittodrie? That was a fantastic day.
I went up one bus and came down on another.
I ended up in Stonehaven, and I think I come back in a bus the next day. And I don't know what colour of bus it was, but
did you get off the bus at Stonehaven?
Yeah.
Did you get off the bus at Stonehaven, or did they throw you off?
No, I just ended up in Stonehaven.
Wow.
I don't know why I ended up there. You know, but
party time, pal. Party time.
Party time, aye.
The League Cup final that year, was that the one Cooper wins it with a penalty?
That's correct, aye. Durant scored.
He was magnificent day, wasn't he? He was brilliant.
Aye.
I had a good game that day.
Yeah. Remember who was going to be us that day? The guy who scored the winner the year before, Ian Ferguson. Who'd left us. He was.
Which Ian Ferguson? The St Mirren. We won't be St Mirren or the other boy.
No, Motherwell, Dundee United.
Motherwell boy, yeah.
No, because that was the year that Ian Ferguson, who eventually came to us, scored the winner in the
cup
final, didn't he? And then he came to us the season after that.
That would be 85, I think. 85, around about that time.
No, 86, 87.
86, sorry, 86. Okay, pal. Okay.
And Ian Ferguson came 87, 88 season.
He played in that same team as Paul Lambert, didn't he?
Aye, I did, aye. You're right enough there, aye. Aye, good shout there, aye. I
remember him, Jimmy. I remember him coming through, 4 or 5 of them coming through with a cup right into Chivas' boardroom to the Scottish Cup. Pretty cool, pal. Pretty cool.
Aye, one of the only men who's got the 9 badges in it.
Yeah.
Ian Ferguson, what a player! I
can't imagine. I can't remember. When did the other Ian Ferguson, the one IAIN?
He left. He left 86, didn't he?
Right. Okay.
I did. You're right enough.
He came for Hearts, didn't he? He came for Hearts.
No,
Dundee
United.
We signed him for Dundee with Cammy Fraser.
Was it Dundee? I said Dundee United. I knew it was
Cammy Fraser. I actually liked Cammy Fraser.
Oh, so did I, mate. I thought Cammy Fraser.
I actually liked him. Yeah.
As soon as turned him into a football player.
I liked the way he challenged. You know, when he was up there, when he was challenging for the ball, not being dirty, like, you know. It was me. It was dirty, not him. You know. But I liked the way he challenged for the ball. I thought he was like a lot of similarities with John Gregg, to be honest. I liked Cammy Fraser.
I must admit, Bridge, I like Cammy Fraser. I thought he was a decent player, mate.
Do you remember '85? Was it AC Milan we played? Or was it
that was '84.
Inter Milan.
3-1. We won at Ibrox.
Aye.
Robert Fritz.
No.
Liam Brady scored for him.
That's right.
Rummenigge.
Playing that day.
No,
the big Australian scored for his.
Mitchell.
Colin Mitchell.
Yeah.
It was absolutely battering down with rain that night. I was in East Enclosure.
I bet you, without looking, if you check that out, that was the 7th of November 1984. There you go.
Aye. How
That's
do you know
memory.
that? Memory.
Check it out.
Maybe I'm getting mixed up. I'm thinking of a game. Rummenigge scored.
Rummenigge played, aye.
Aye.
That's right.
And then, and we get was it Ian Ferguson scored in that game for us?
Aye, he did.
Was it 2 he goal that night?
I think he did, aye.
Yeah.
And we had Big McClelland and Colin Mitchell.
Big John McClelland, aye.
They were playing up front, we played all Bears football.
Aye. I loved him. I thought he was a cracking player, Big John McClelland. Just no nonsense. I think he was good for us. Aye.
He was a good player.
He was a good player. Loved him.
He scored, that Ian Ferguson scored some amount of goals against Big Up. He scored in the new camp. I think he scored the winner in the new camp, did he know? For Dundee United.
Aye, he did, aye.
He scored against Bayern Munich, a Rasper for Hearts as well. Some player, I liked him.
86-87 season as well was when the demise of one of my local teams doing this way is Clydebank. That was the start of the end of them. They get relegated.
The beginning of the end.
Yep, they got relegated that season, and then within 3 seasons they were gone. Playing the juniors now.
Are they a junior team now? I was going to ask.
Junior team, they play around in Home Park, about 5 minutes walk for me.
The
share Jokers Ground, Oxford. They've done it all up, spent a few grand on it. The 2 flags are
What was the name of their ground, Jimmy? Was it Kilbowie?
Kilbowie, aye.
It was Kilbowie, aye. That's for, there's all sorts of shops and that there, and a McDonald's and all that now, all there. They play at Home Park now, which is Yoker Athletic. One of them is in the Premiership, another one's in the First Division, I think, which is Clydebank's in the Premiership and Yoker's in the First Division. But I just a wee snippet there, but that was the start of the end of Clydebank. Davy Cooper, what a player he was, man. Played for Clydebank, loved him.
Can anybody remember what I had for my tea? Because I can't.
When in 1987 or what?
You better phone up Rudy. But it's good remembering things, and that, you know, not just about Rangers now, but other facts and about other players and things that happened, and that just shows you we were all paying attention. It just
there's one thing it showed. We talked about Marseille, and we know they cheated us, but we talked about the football players. I was saying what a team they had.
Yeah, of course.
Anna Milan and Brady. whether you like Brady or whatever, but what a football player he was. You can't
Of course.
room and Egger, absolutely. You're talking world class players. World class.
Chippy Brady. Fabulous player.
You know.
And then when we get Basil Bowley after he scored the winner in the Champions League final.
He was different class as well.
Oh, what a player he was, man. He was absolutely fantastic.
He came without a birth certificate, didn't he? Maybe knew his age.
I remember.
That's true, by the way. That is true.
I want to check this out, but I don't know if it was his debut. It was in an old Firm game at Hampden, where he played at the back with, I think it was Alan McLaren, and he was absolutely immense. They were getting their place done up or shut down, whatever, but it should have been. And Bolly, I thought, oh, what a player we've got here. And I don't know if it was his debut. I'm just going to check. He was on the ways that one season, 31 games. Made his debut. No, it wasn't his debut. He played before that, but we played against Celtic at Hampden in a League Cup game, and not a league game because their ground was getting done up. Let me just think. It was his. We'd lost at Ibrox to in the same week. We got knocked out the Champions League, bad results, and then we went to Park Hampden and we beat them 3-1 in Bolly. I thought, oh, this guy's going to do, but he just didn't. He didn't kick on, Albert.
No, he didn't. He fell out with it. I remember we tried to play him at right back, and he wouldn't play at right back in one of the European games. He fell out his tree with. Was Walter, wasn't it? And Waddle had to talk to him, remember? Waddle came down out the stand into the dressing room to talk to him to get him to play right back. Remember that, Carry On?
Can you... Was it... Sorry, on you go.
So fair then, he never really settled. He never settled. Plus, I'm not kidding on about the birth certificate. He knew his age.
That boy, was it Roger Miller? They ended up, they thought he was about 46 or something like that, still playing international football in Nigeria. Is it Nigeria?
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
I was messing about last night on YouTube and I seen Harry Redknapp funny transfer stories, and he was talking about that when Graham Souness signed that Georgie Way's cousin.
That's right. Oh dear.
It was supposed to be the Russians, I know. Remember the Russians, I know. Kuznetsov and Mikhailichenko, especially Kuznetsov. He was supposed to be the same. Nobody knew his age. He was some player. I liked him. I thought he was a rare player.
Oh, he was
big Oleg.
The two of them were good, mate. Big Mikhailichenko was worth admission money sometimes, wasn't he?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Sometimes he moved with the ball at his feet. You didn't even realise he was moving. It looks so quiet. It's gliding over the grass. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant player.
I think brother, didn't he, Big Bowley? Roger Bowley. Played with Dundee United, I think, for a few games. Aye, did he? The brother that was a centre forward, aye.
I mean, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't just a good fit. That's what happens sometimes, you know. He left us for Monaco. But we thought we were shopping at top level, and it just didn't work to take us to that next level, didn't it?
I think we thought we were getting Desai, made a mistake.
Aye.
Now, Fox. What's what you're saying? You'll be in the sun tomorrow.
Did you see there was a famous interview, isn't there? Walter Smith. And getting interviewed about Chick Young. He loses a will with him, didn't he, about it?
Yeah.
Archie, come here and look.
He don't wear his stickies. His microphone.
Actually, you know that I know he was quite a well-known chap, but that interview actually made him. It made him out to be the wee sort of class clown that he's turned out to be. And everybody liked him. Jovial wee guy, good for a laugh and all that. But he was getting torn to ribbons. Absolutely torn to ribbons.
But you saying Bolly can't play football? He won the European Cup 2 years ago, and he would only have played it last year when he was banned. Oh, unbelievable.
What do you mean? What do you mean they can't play football? And by the way, you take that, what they were saying to Walter and about Basil Bowley and others, and it's still the same today. They don't think every Rangers player's up for criticism, no matter who they are. They're going to be criticised. Never get any, shall we say, well, never mind, doesn't matter. Never get any good publicity.
I'm going to give you a wee bit of advice. Don't buy, don't click, and don't watch. Your life will be a lot better.
Don't buy. Don't buy.
We remember, Bridge, as well. See, you get good publicity in this country, you need to pay for it.
Well, I don't want to pay for nothing. Don't want to pay
that's what's happening across the road. Brown envelopes are getting passed about the place, know what I mean? So that's what you need to do.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course, aye.
Allegedly, yes.
But David Murray done it as well, know what I mean? So let's not kid myself on.
He was brilliant at it.
He did a good report.
He was like a puppet master with the press, wasn't
he? He did a good report. I mean, he had them on your side, and that's what that fat lie will learn after Murray. Get the press on your side, and that's what we need to seriously start looking at, guys. Honestly, because we can't win this battle.
All right, just moving on. Well, we don't know whether to have a live show tomorrow for 9 AM. Fox is thinking they're running it live for AGM. What do you think, JFK?
Oh, definitely.
Fox?
Don't be so stupid. I'm never up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh dear.
You coming along, Fox?
I am. Me and Skipper's taking a wee trip along.
Oh, Skipper, that's right.
All right.
Looking forward to see you.
There's rumours of some positivity tomorrow. We might hear something tomorrow about the future of the club. It's we're in good position just now and could be in an even better position going forward with results, business plans, and maybe investment. You never know, Smurf.
Aye, well, I was reading something tonight that, well, it started off as a sort of rubbish article that suggested that maybe the chairman would be stepping down and the guy Walhart might be taking over. Then it said, but that's probably unlikely at this stage of the season. So take it that way you will. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to it anyway. I'm excited about it.
Bridgeman.
Yeah, much the same as Smurf. Actually, what I heard was that it was Alistair Johnson was going to take over from our ex-chairman. He was going to step in, and maybe it was because King was so far away and couldn't get as much hands-on. Mm-hmm. However, I find it quite... so it's a wee bit far-fetched, but it might happen like that. It might happen. Because you would think it would be, announced to the world that he's going to step down before now. I would have thought that something would have leaked out before now, other than the wee stories that we're hearing, I hope it doesn't happen because I like Dave King. I think he does a great job for us.
Oh, aye.
Foxy boy?
Not expecting to hear anything that the normal tomorrow, Ox. To be honest with you, I think a lot of this is all just like paper
speculation.
talk. Aye. There will be things happening in the next couple of months, but I don't think it'll be announced at the AGM.
Mm-hmm. All right, GFK?
I'm the same as Fox. I think it's all paper talk. I think these things that are coming in the papers just to try and distract us. I think there's a lot of positivity, obviously, coming out of Ibrox, and I think there may be some sort of announcement made after the new year regarding share issues and that, but for me, I don't think that'll be anything untoward them, or I think it'll be all positive how the team's playing, and the man in at the top will let us know about the finances, but I don't think there'll be any big announcement unless they say they're going to fill in the corners and increase the stadium for the 150th anniversary in 2022.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously it's getting closer. Yeah, so you think,
Yep.
it's only if you're going to do it for 2.5 years sort of project now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service. The person you are calling is on.
All buried left us, but I think he's back with us, is he? No, he's not.
Can I just nip in there for a wee sec before we shut off? Can I just put a shout out for a young bear? You might know the family, the Grimley family for Partick.
I do.
Young Jake went through a big major operation. He's only a wee laddie. 7 or 8 years of age, big heart operation, and he's recovering well in hospital. So Jake, to you and your family, mate, you get well, and hope everything goes all right. So he's recovering at this moment in hospital, guys. So get well soon, Jake.
All right, aye, young for that operation, mate. Eh?
Yeah.
All the best to him. Good boy and his family, yeah.
Yep, the Grimleys, aye, for part it, yep.
Aye. Well, we'll see how the AGM goes, but I think in a lot of respects that obviously the balance sheet's the balance sheet, and it's there for everybody to see. But I think as a whole job at the board's there, I think they'll get a lot of thanks tomorrow, Fox.
Can I come in and out, sir?
Aye, on you go, Bridge.
I was just to say that I do hope that either through questions or the board make a statement regarding the HMRC thing, whether in fact it was fake news or whatever, because
they'll not touch.
No, I was just going to say, because us as fans and a whole load of other fans, of course, would dearly love to see people like the bondholders to be sort of repaid, if it's at all possible, through the whatever monies was done through the HMRC. If it's a lot of rubbish, then it's a lot of rubbish. There's not much we can do. But if they make a wee statement, say this could happen or that could happen, it would be really nice.
It's a different company, so there's no comment on it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Albert, are you back with us?
I'm back with you, mate. My only concern about the AGM tomorrow, I've got to be honest with you, is that guy Johnson. I don't like that guy. Every time I see that guy, there's a bad news follows. I've yet to see that guy in a good news following that guy. Every time I see him, I just don't like him. I just don't like the guy at all. He's always hanging about with that clown that owns them in America. Nah, it's something no right with him. I don't like him. I don't like him, Alistair, the time he stood there with a wee bit of paper tapping on the desk saying, well, there's another tax bill that I didn't know anything about, and he was the chairman. And I also didn't like him for the fact that he was on the panel or on the committee that was vetting buyers for Rangers. And then, we told Mr. Murray in the 12th hour not to sell to your man White. I'm saying, wait a minute, why the 12th hour? I mean, you'd months to sort that out. I just, every time I see this guy, I go, oh no, here he is again. He gives me the willies. He really does.
I've never really thought it. You always put a different perspective on things. JFK.
When you've got all where you get the truth, don't you? I mean, it's straight for a juggler. I just think that what will come out tomorrow is just more or less what we all expect. You know, the finances of the club, and I trust everybody at Rangers for doing the job that they're doing. I just want to pay my money and go and see the Rangers every other Saturday, as they say. So I'll trust the men at the top to do what they think they can do for a club going forward.
Every other month, Jimmy.
Well, every other month. Whatever finances you can bring in, and I'll let them deal with it. I'm just a common man. I like to think myself as a common man. Go and see the Rangers and support them ever more. So I'll let the guys at the top deal with that. And I think I don't think it'll be anything out of the ordinary will happen. So the finances are in place. Whatever the guys do up there, then that's fine by me. I just want to go and see the Rangers, and we're back, and that means everything to me and everybody else that watches us here. So I'm happy with everything they do.
It's been rumoured, Bridge, that they're going to make the Copeland all standing, and obviously the people in the Copeland will need to move to the other end.
No. Where did you hear that, Oxford?
Better don't you pick him up off the flare.
He's on mute.
I'm just recovering to that statement, Oxford. I'm just recovering from it. Is this an age thing? Is it anti-old people or something like that?
No, what the young boys are saying, that to let them walk around at the Celtic games and more exercise every fortnight.
That's one question that will come up tomorrow, is the standing area, because it comes up most years.
I doubt very much if they're going to do anything for that before the big celebration.
Anyway, we've reached that time of the evening. Can I thank you all? But over to Bridge.
what can I say? Another marvellous evening. Well done, Oxter and the panel. Marvellous stuff. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, 3 sleeps, and it's back to the European thing. Keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. Keep it going.
Can I thank Bridgeman and Fox for joining us, and Albert and JFK, Gary and Dutchy, and obviously Smurf for joining us here on Rangers Radio. Thanks to everybody in the panel, for everybody in the lobby taking part, everybody for listening. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, old school boy.
Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. Well, the legends come and the legends go, but Rangers live on just the same. For a new one's born when the blue shirts won, and we all remember their name. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. And there is no doubt what we're all about when we face the world and say, bring it on some more, 'cause you know for sure